This morning I had to stop a leak. No, I didn't say take. I definitely said stop. I was just awakening from a sleepy morning listening to the thunder and the rain pouring outside. I had no place to go or nothing to do but to lie in bed and listen to the end of the world as it provided a nice white noise for a sleepy morning. All I needed was a teddy bear hugging my neck and it would have been the perfect storm. My eyes slowly opened, just narrow little slits large enough to let in a little light, enough light to see the rain pouring down the side of my bedroom window. But wait! It's pouring down inside the window. Oh no! I'm up in a flash, and there is splattered water everywhere, especially on my little wire tray in which I keep all my electronics, my phone, the remotes for the TV and cable, and that thingy that makes the bed go up and down. Oh no! This happened once before when the storm was particularly heavy and the wind was blowing it against the house. I had to hurry to find the towels and narrow containers to line the windowsill. I told myself then that when the dry day came, I would have to hire someone with a 2-story ladder to climb up and caulk the outside window frame. But I never did, and now here it was happening all over again. I was paying for my procrastination and forgetfulness. Woe is me. Woe is a wet me. I had no choice. I reached for the gun as I sang the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh, yes, we both reached for the gun. You remember that. It's We Both Reached for the Gun from the Broadway musical Chicago. All of a sudden, it was really embedded on my brain. In this case, it was the caulking gun that, ironically, was in the master bath, on the floor, in the corner, brand new, and waiting for the shower stall to dry so I could fix a flapping little piece of caulk along the bottom edge of the shower wall. I yelled at someone to bring me the caulking gun, the gun, the gun, the gun, etc. I know you can't caulk onto a wet surface, especially a flowing wet surface, but hey, I felt like the little Dutch kid with his finger in the dike. I was desperate. I cut the tip off the caulking canister and I put it in the gun, still singing the gun, the gun, the gun, etc. I was locked and loaded. I reached up and began pulling the trigger. There was caulk spewing out all over the top inside of the window frame. I was making sure I was getting a lot spread around and covering all the leaks, and then I added multiple layers. Next came the hair dryer. I could have said hair gun. I needed to dry the caulk as fast as possible. I was maneuvering tools like a seasoned surgeon performing the most intricate surgery, and all the nurses and all the other OR staff are standing around observing in amazement of my dexterity. Oh, the humanity. Next came the argument. Argument? This is no time for an argument. I had the hairdryer set on hot. My wife said that was wrong. It needed to be on cool. I said hot. She said cool. We volleyed back and forth a few times. I gave in. Always do. Wuss. I set the dryer on cool, and I spent the next 10 minutes waving it over and over and over all the caulking. So far, no water was dripping down the inside of the window anymore. I says to myself, I wonder where the water is going. Slowly, new little leaks started working their way out of the yet-to-be-dry caulk. I ran to the garage, headed for the plastic shoe boxes that I have stuff in. I looked for the one labeled string, tape, and wire. Don't you marvel at how compulsively organized I am? Tape! That's it! I have Gorilla Tape! Yes! Back to the window I go with my roll of Gorilla Tape in hand. I am hoping that this stuff is as good as the tape that guy on TV uses to tape his boat back together after he saws it in half. It seems to work, but I have to keep putting new pieces of tape on the window because it keeps finding ways to breach the tape. Meanwhile, thank God, the wind is lessening and the rain is subsiding. Enough that it isn't blowing against the window as hard as it was. I'm thinking I'm good, at least good enough to fight another day. It's the calm after the storm. All is well again. But if I'm smart this time, I will hire me a handy gorilla with a 2-story ladder and a caulking gun last time, the gun, etc. And he'll go up the ladder to fix the leak from the outside of the window. Yeah, that'll take care of my leaky window once and for all. And you know what? Maybe I should get myself a teddy bear, too. I'm Mark Kuhn. Thanks for listening.